Look at those bush beans. Look, those little bitty tiny beans on it. Well, I say we do. Oh, there they are. They're hiding in there. But yeah, those are the red bush beans. We've got several going on in there. The dragon tongue beans, these are the ones that I got them to survive that frost that we had, that really late frost, but they stunted and they're just now coming back. It's crazy because I planted these over here and they're already ahead of other ones over there. And guys, it's raining, like spitting rain. It's gonna rain. It's been raining, but I came out here to get some herbs and things. So, because I'm gonna try to make some herbal salts, but I realized I hadn't done a video in a while and I wanted to kind of show you what's going on and what's changed. We've been still battling pests. I put BT on these kohlrabi just yesterday, and then it decided to rain today because I didn't know, and it was supposed to rain today, and it's gonna rain all day, so I'm probably gonna have to repeat that process. But we'll show you what's going on in the beds. I'm gonna go out and get me some herbs while I'm out here, and just kind of show you what we've been harvesting and how things are changing. So obviously the bush beans are happy and producing what they need to be doing. You'll notice what's missing there. The garlic is out and gone. I harvested it and we've been using it bit by bit, but it is now like about 4 or 5 cloves are strung up in the kitchen with some of my other drying herbs and put up. But you see all this? You see this lattice work? All of that mess. Oh my goodness, I'm so sick of caterpillars. I have been out here picking and picking and picking caterpillars, and they're still just beating me at this. So I've been using BT, sprayed BT on it, but on the positive, it doesn't seem to be slowing it down, and it does seem to be producing a bulb down there, so I may actually get to try kohlrabi. So pepper plants, this one has grown back from where it was like chomped on, but I've got some jalapenos back there from those plants. Kale, obviously we've been struggling with it. I mean, look at that lattice work right there, it's awful. I put BT on these as well, but it's a losing battle right now. And really, like a bunch of them are bolting anyway, and so it may be time to start pulling those. But yeah, the dragon tongue bush beans are what's in this one, and they're a lot happier than the other ones, and I think it's because they didn't have that frost. But I've got a few of the potatoes, obviously, that are happy and growing and doing well. We've got just a few that did not do well, and I actually have some more potatoes in the kitchen that I have been letting develop eyes. And I'm going to fill in some of these empty spots. I mean, you can see how big that one is over there. And so I'm going to fill in some of these empty spots. But this is other stuff I've been harvesting. You see how well the lettuce is doing. I've been taking whole chunks of this out like by heads instead of pulling just leaves like come again. But I'm actually going to make a salad for lunch here in just a little bit. But yeah, they're doing really well. I'm afraid they're going to start bolting soon, so I've been pulling some of the bigger ones up. You see the carrots have grown back there, but the cilantro is all laid over. And Brussels sprouts have grown back. This is a Brussels sprout. But again, I'm running into the caterpillar problem with the brassicas. All of the brassicas are getting eaten up by the cabbage worm, or that white moth. This is all going to turn into coriander. And so I may end up pulling some of these plants, because as much as I like cilantro, I do not want nothing but cilantro growing in this. So we'll probably pull some of this out. It's getting a little out of hand and it has fallen over. It's not blooming as much, and so that's probably going to be pulled soon. But yeah, look at this red lettuce. I finally am getting some really pretty, the color on that is gorgeous. And see, I mean, you've got them mixed in, you know, in with some of the other ones. But yeah, they're really growing and things are doing really well. But we've got a lot going on out here in the main garden, and I'm gonna try to get some oregano and some rosemary and some sage and those sorts of things, because I want to make some herbal salts. I was able to take some basil off of one of these plants because it was happy enough to be developing a lot more. But oh, look, Carrie. The oregano is blooming and the bees absolutely love this stuff. So also look at those big strawberries. Now we have been having a problem with something eating our strawberries. These have not been munched on yet. I may pick them and let them ripen further on a window in the kitchen. There's a couple more back there. But yeah, the bigger ones, they're being munched on by something, and we don't know if we've got rabbits living in there or if it's the birdies that I've been letting live out here. But yeah, they're happy. But yeah, here's some rosemary. And oh my goodness, the flea beetles are even out here looking for stuff on the rosemary. Yeah, the flea beetles are getting out of hand. All of this is fixing to come out. The only reason it has not come out is because of rain and because we've been super busy with weekend plans and keeping the kids busy and all of that fun stuff. So that's the only reason this stuff is still in here, because the greens are basically useless at this point on the majority of the white turnips. Now the purple ones, ironically, they don't like them as well, and they're on that other line over there. I still have a couple of them that are coming up and doing okay, so I may be pulling them soon and harvesting them. But basil, like this one, that's a cinnamon basil, is starting to come back, and that one over there is a cinnamon basil that I actually decided to grow. The purple basil right there in the middle, like it's trying to come back, but something keeps eating it, so I don't know what's going on with it. But look at these beans, they're already to the top on some of this, so I'm gonna have to come through when I don't have the camera and start threading some of those. Now these are also something that I'm out here to harvest, and so I won't, this video may not be as long because it may start raining on me. But yeah, these are ready. Several of these are good and fat. They've got peas all in them, but you see here how some of this is dying off, and they're not even filling in the pods because they're dying off. And it's that time of year. It's the age of the plants. Like some of these that are a little far gone, I'm gonna let dry and keep the seeds from. But yeah, some of the plants, like it's just time for peas. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get as much as I can off of these, take out the dead plants as they go. I'm gonna cut them off at the bottom because they do add nitrogen back to the soil. And oh my goodness, I'm starting to get blooms. Look at those beans. And so there will be another round of beans going in here. And so yeah, you can see where it's really dying off in the bottom. But yeah, I mean, we've still got a few that are, trying to produce, but then we've got these pods that are real thick and fat and happy. And then of course you got two different colors of pods there, which I think is really cool. Now the rattlesnake beans are obviously starting to climb, and these were planted weeks after those others, and so they're doing really well. But yeah, there's some basil right there that I may get another couple of bits of, because I'm trying to keep that from bolting on me. It has been trying. Now these spaghetti squash, look at those. Got a couple of blooms down in there, but I have been winding these suckers around this because I want them to go up this trellis and they will start climbing. Look at that onion bloom. We actually did harvest an onion off of that. That's still just the bloom I left alone. It grew another onion right there beside it. I pulled it up, and I plan to use it today when I'm cooking. Look at those. Aren't they pretty? Good and black. We've got tomatoes on that one. Tomatoes on that one. And that one's the lemon boy. That is the midnight snack. That one is the black prince. And this one over here is the Mr. Strappy. Now these are my tomatoes here in the front. This one's a super tall one. I think this one is one of the solar flares. That's one of Daddy's tomatoes. This is one of the black beauties. This is another black beauty right here. That's ground cherries again right there. This is another one of Daddy's, and this is another of the solar flares. Now these two, these little ones, this little bitty one putting on a bloom, these are survivors. These are the ones who came back from the frost. Now this ground cherry, I've been monitoring it. Look, I got one that's turning. It's gonna be falling soon. I've been waiting and trying to let them get good and dry and let them fall off. But yeah, it's got the little lanterns all up underneath it, so we'll be checking for those soon. The eggplants are finally deciding, some of them, to take off. I don't know what they're going to do with that, but maybe. And the cucumbers are trying. Look at that. And I'm sorry if my camera angle is weird. I'm like carrying my basket around too. But yeah, I'm going to have to give this one a little help and let it start winding around because it's going to go up a trellis. And then this one, they'll be putting out tendrils soon. These are the silver slicers, and And then we've got the Tigger melons. These will be putting on a lot of growth. But yeah, look at that land. I wish the sun was out so that it would be good and open and just pretty down in there, but it is what it is. It's an overcast day. But yeah, now acorn squash, I was told, would go up trellises. It's getting bigger and bigger, but I am running into a problem of it doesn't look to be putting on tendrils. Now it's putting on blooms, but it does not seem to be putting out tendrils. And so I may just have a bunch of really big squash plants right here and be struggling with that. Now those back in there, that one and this one, oh, we got a bloom on this one too, are the spaceship, we're calling them spaceship squash down in there, weed. And so they will be putting on, but they're not supposed to climb. Now one of the things that's driving me crazy, these are those Thai purple yard-long beans. They don't appear to be putting on tendrils. I don't know, they're supposed to be climbing things. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's because they're stunted because of the aphids, because look at this. That is driving me insane. I've been putting soapy water on these things, killing them right and left. I've put DE all in this bed to kill the ant population, and they're still, like, they're in love with these beans, and I don't know why. Oh, thank goodness we finally, look at that. Do your job, lady. Do your job. We got a ladybug on there. Please eat all the aphids. Eat them all. I've actually been catching ladybugs and putting them in this bed. But yeah, look at the corn back in there. I'm sorry, it's probably focusing on the trellises. But yeah, that corn, happy corn growing, and all that mess over there. Goodness. But yeah, my little wind chimes. I love listening to them. But yeah, everything is growing. Got that nasturtium that's down in there that's super happy. And then I got a nasturtium over there. I can't wait for these to bloom to show me what colors they are, because I mixed up my seeds and I don't know what colors they actually are down in there. But yeah, squash, all of it is putting on blooms, doing good. I really don't know when that acorn stuff is going to start climbing. I'm going to try to thread it like I did the spaghetti squash. Maybe it'll start putting tendrils off. I'm just not seeing them yet. But yeah, this one is definitely climbing. You see the tendrils wrapping up and coming out here and deliberately wrapping those. Ah, God, I love those, the black Tommy toes. Really, my only problem with these guys is figuring out when they're ripe. I mean, I've heard that you can kind of squeeze them and know when they're ripe, but something's damaged that one. But yeah, so I don't know. I don't want to pull them too soon. I mean, obviously it's putting on more, but yeah, so I don't know. But guys, I'm gonna get to work. I may post a picture. Oh goodness, look here. Look at that rain gauge. That's how much rain we've gotten lately. Sorry, squirrel. But yeah, like, I'm gonna get to work out here before it decides to just absolutely downpour on me. And also because Trig is napping and I don't know how long that nap is gonna last. So I've got a lot of stuff to do. It is extremely humid and extremely sticky out here. It might as well be raining because it is so humid. But anyway, we're working on this, and I'm gonna pick some things, get some things cleaned up, get some things out of here. There'll be more changes coming because right now we're in that time of the season where things are changing, things are growing, things are exploding. So, oh, when I get a chance, I'll take you down to the pumpkin patch, but I'm not walking down there today. Those things are getting huge, and we had blooms on them a week ago. I wouldn't be surprised if we go down there and we've got little fruits on them. Anyway, aggravate you guys later. You guys have a good weekend, and I'll post another video when I'm not chasing my kids and everything being crazy. Bye.